Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina and I am here with Dr. Sue, and we are here on our Decent Exposure YouTube channel telling you about why we are sitting in front of you on the screen. So Dr. Sue, I'll leave it up to you to kind of segue us into what this channel is all about.
Sure. So Sabrina and I have been talking for a while now about how we get information out to folks who don't have access to journals and aren't in school. And even if they are in school, maybe this isn't something that they're studying. We feel like sexuality and sexuality topics, especially when it comes to our health, it's just something that everyone deserves to have access to. And we kind of look around and we saw who was out there doing talks and who wasn't. We decided that we needed to have some people who had some training in this area who could talk to people. All right. So Sabrina, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes. So I have my master's in social work, and for a number of years, I worked primarily with oncology patients, and now I'm in the mental health field. So the two areas for me that are kind of near and dear to my heart is sexual dysfunction as it pertains to a physical or a mental illness. And kind of like what you were saying before, I just feel like this is a topic that has a tendency to be super taboo in our culture, but something that so many people want to talk about. And so I think just bringing it to the forefront with research, coming from like an evidence-based perspective, is just something that hasn't really been done. And so I'm super excited to be able to share that. I'm curious, and I'm sure our viewers are curious to know a little bit about you.
Yeah. So I have a bachelor's and master's in health education. My dream was to be a high school health teacher. And then I started teaching college and was like, wait, that's more fun, way more fun. But what I noticed was that no matter what age we were talking to, it seemed like the one thing everyone really wanted to talk about was sex, but no one would do it in a really respectful, open, and honest way. And so I have a PhD in human sexuality education. I'm a master certified health education specialist. I co-wrote a textbook on sex, and now I've decided to stop talking to just my students and start talking to everybody. A couple of things you should know about us. So I speak for a living, but I'm not a professional speaker. So there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be a lot of hand movements. I'm from New York. I talk with my hands. Sabrina's going to be way more polished than I am. We're not going to keep reshooting this. We're not going to keep reshooting this till it's perfect, because that's not who we are. And that's not what life is. Life isn't perfect. So if you see us kind of looking in the wrong place or we're tripping on our words, we'd rather be real with you than have to do 80 takes of something. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go forward.
Absolutely. And I think our biggest goal is to just really normalize conversations around sex and to have them be in a safe space. And so some of the things that you can expect to hear on this channel are topics surrounding physical illness and kind of what it's like to perhaps live with cancer or live with heart disease or live with diabetes or something else, and how it plays into your sexual functioning.
I think we're going to try to be interviewing people who have some of these conditions that we run into where they weren't talked to by their medical staff about kind of what to expect or how to live with it. I think one of the conversations I know you and I have had quite a bit is that in this country, we tend to treat the disease and not the person. And so we fix the thing in front of us and we don't think about the impact that's having on our sexuality. And so what we want to do is get people to come in to talk about what it's like to live with or to date with whichever condition they happen to have. So we'll be looking to bring in some speakers. So if there are topics that you want to make sure we're covering, make sure to add those into the comments.
Yes. So now that we've got you all jazzed up, be sure to click and subscribe and to like our videos, and feel free to comment. There will be more ways to find us. We'll put all of our links to social media, and so you will be able to interact with us on multiple different channels. But again, we just hope that this is a place for you to be able to learn, to get more information, and just to feel a lot more comfortable having these conversations. So before we wrap up, anything that you want to say, Sue?
I was trying to think of a catchy tagline and I don't, so maybe that'll be our homework for the next time.